Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are Arizona.
So we see the sun shining, a gorgeous day in Monument Valley in the great state of Arizona, but at Chase Field, all the rains came, the wind sweeping all around the ballpark. We love having a closed roof, don't we? We love Chase Field, and we're glad you're with us. It's Game 3. The Diamondbacks trying to get back on track, trying to avoid a sweep at the hands of the St. Louis Cardinals. All the action on Fox Sports Arizona. Hi, folks. Glad to have you back with us. You know this man. This is Luis Gonzalez joining us in the broadcast booth, and my name is Darren Sutton. Like, we see that rain coming down, you kind of have to protect yourself, Gonzo. And the Diamondbacks have found themselves in the last handful of games having to protect themselves from oncoming offenses. It makes it tougher for the team, been falling behind early.
Yeah, it really does. I think the team right now is just struggling to find their identity out on the field. The early innings has been the nemesis for these Diamondbacks. I mean, they have not been able to get out of the gates early, but the other team, the opposing team, has. Here you see they've been outscored 20-1 in the first 4 innings of the game, and it's really put the D-backs behind the 8 ball early in the games.
Does it cause a hitter to press when a team is behind like that?
Well, I think it has for our ball club, because here we are. We haven't been playing well. We started out good on the road trip, the last road trip, and then we faltered at the end. And then they come home, they're excited to get home, and they really haven't gotten out of the gates.
So you joined us in the same role last year as a color analyst, and you saw a team that clubbed the baseball out of the ballpark a lot. The home run rate is a little bit different this year for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, it really is. They're 10 homers less this year than they were last year, but not only that, you lost Chris Young early. You have Steven Drew on the shelf, and these guys are pretty much going to be a late season trade for us here. We're getting guys here without making any trades, so we can't wait to get those guys back to help bolster that offense.
All right, we'll have updates on Drew and Young and Hudson throughout the night. We'll tell you more about them. We've got Gonzo with us for the telecast, and when we come back, what's tougher, throwing one of those perfect games on the bump or hitting 4 home runs in a contest? When we come back, we'll get the conversation going as Mark McClune will tackle the subject.
It's rainy, windy outside. The perfect night to watch a ball game settle in. It's the Diamondbacks and the Cardinals tonight on Fox Sports Arizona. Wade Miley tries to get the D-backs back in the win column and maybe grab some headlines and find some of that magic of a year ago. Well, speaking of headlines, a couple of guys that have made headlines recently. One's a pitcher and one's a hitter. Let's start with Philip Umber of the Chicago White Sox. Last month, the most imperfect finish to a perfect game in big league history, as he did that in Seattle, the 21st perfect game in Major League history. We want to know, is that the more impressive feat, or is what Josh Hamilton did last night the more impressive feat? 4 home runs, just the 16th player in Major League Baseball history to do that, and an AL record 18 total bases. Text your vote to 36929. We will continue the discussion all night right here on Fox Sports Arizona as the Diamondbacks take on the Cardinals and try to get things going. Well, wouldn't we all love a win? Love was in the air last night as we made a love connection. Diamondbacks would love to get back on the winning track. Darren Sutton, Luis Gonzalez in the booth tonight. And the first pitch is coming up next on Fox Sports Arizona.
Powered by Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and by the all-new Mazda CX-5 with 35 highway miles per gallon. Fun to see the baseballs bouncing around the ball yard. Let's hope it bounces the way of the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight as Wade A. Miley, the 25-year-old Louisiana-born left-hander, completes his warm-up tosses. And Mike Matheny, who will be without Yadier Molina for a couple of days, crossed up, hitting the wrist. X-rays were negative. He knows what it's like as a catcher. Let's take a look at his starting lineup and where Tony Cruz fits into that starting lineup. Furcal had the day off yesterday. Carlos Beltran back in there has had a huge series. Matt Holliday, Craig and Freese have certainly gotten it done. Tyler Green, getting to know him at second base. In center field tonight is Shane Robinson. Tony Cruz does the catching, as we mentioned. Kyle Loesch is on the mound. He's a Valley resident as well. So, Yadier Molina, when you're out there catching every single day, you certainly have the wisdom of a coach. And he will stay near his former catcher, who is now his manager. Arizona Ford dealers present the numbers for Wade Miley. He's 3-0. There's a 2.33. Gonzo, tell us more.
Well, Wade Miley is a guy, he's got a slurve, which is a combination of a fastball or a slider and a curveball. He's going to work fast and go right after the hitters. As you saw the lineup earlier, No left-handed hitters. 2 switch hitters in the lineup. So they're going to overpower the lineup with righties in there because his approach to the plate, he's kind of a cross thrower. He throws from the left-hander's batter's box all the way across his body to the right side.
Let's play baseball at Chase Field. We're glad you're with us. The fastball is high because of some high winds and some weather that has come through here. The roof is not open, not now anyway. Winds are up to 35 miles an hour as for call has the account even up at 1-1. Well, he started this series with a bang.
He really did, hitting that home run to dead center field to start the series.
This is Monday night. Went down and got a changeup. For the 30th time, a leadoff home run. They have been uber aggressive. Joe Saunders knows it. Ian Kennedy knows it. I know you watched closely on television last night.
Yeah, and I think Wade Miley, if he looked at the last 2 games sitting on the bench, he's got to continue to do his game plan, his approach. He can't change what happened the first 2 nights. He's got to stick to his game plan, be aggressive, go right after these guys.
Has got a good enough changeup to keep them uncomfortable. We've seen it before. 1-2-2 fastball goes up and gets it, and it's off the glove of Willie Bloomquist. Hustling, looking for maybe an extra bag. Furcal throws an anchor out. So Rafael Furcal, that is a 9-game hitting streak now with a base hit. Quickly, the Diamondbacks defensively. Kubel, Para, Upton, outfield. Ryan Roberts gets the start next to Willie Bloomquist. Aaron Hill. No Paul Goldschmidt tonight. It's Lyle Overbay. Miguel Montero behind the plate. Paul struggling offensively. Kirk Gibson with a team that's struggling. Didn't put him back out there. Well, that beard's gone. You baseball players, when you go through your ups and downs.
Well, there's a lot of guys in that dugout doing a lot of different things right now, trying to find a way.
Did you have something you went through? Were you a beard, no beard, haircut, peanut butter sandwich?
I was a routine guy. Yeah, there's a lot of superstitious stuff that players do all the time.
Over the outside corner, there's a strike to Carlos Beltran.
Really, and Miley got a tough break right there. He got a good pitch to Furcal in on his hands, and Willie wasn't able to make that play in the hole.
Good fastball at 91 miles an hour.
And that ball was right by Beltran. He got a late swing at that one.
Velocity, I think, key in this contest. You can see in his career a little bit from the right-handed side against left-handed pitching. Batting average better, but really pretty close and on base both sides. Boy, if that graphic a moment ago wasn't the diary of a consistent switch hitter. Very rare you see switch hitters that are that close.
Well, he's definitely one of the better ones in the game, along with Chipper Jones.
And one of his teammates, Lance Berkman, on that list as well. He leaned on both these balls last night.
Well, he really did. He got a good pitch out over the outer half. And for a left-hander, you like the ball down, but when you're able to extend your hands the way he does, that's great contact right there.
For call. Yeah, he must have jammed his fingers or something. It's almost like he's got a cast, like a ready-made cast that he throws on once he gets on base. Big swing, popped it up. There's that changeup on 1-2. Lyle got it. Boy, what a pitch.
That's a great pitch right there. Nice first out of the inning to get the hot hitting Beltran out early.
Left fielder, number 7.
See a change up right there out over the outer half. Starts coming in a little bit, but Beltran was out in front a little. Well, that's a big break right there for the Diamondbacks, getting that guy out early.
So now Matt Holliday has started off May truly on the right foot. 12 of 31, 387 clip for Matt. And the pitch is low. 1-0 the count.
Well, you talk about Beltran earlier. He is the Lance Berkman this year as Lance was last year. Lance got off to a great start with the Cardinals and basically carried the team for pretty much the whole year. And that's what Beltran has done this year for the Cardinals.
His fastball's good. Early on, Gonzo, we are noticing these Cardinals who came out and knocked the ball out of here early cannot catch up so far anyway with Miley, and that's a good sign.
Well, he's sneaky fast, and like I said earlier, he kind of steps towards the left-hander's batter's box and he comes across his body, and a lot of times for these right-handed hitters that haven't seen him before, it's difficult to pick up.
This is just his 11th major league start. And what Gonzo's talking about when he says coming across his body, that means he's hiding it behind that lead shoulder for quite some time. And you'll get movement on the changeup because of that, down and away. He'll throw a slider and a rare curveball. Doesn't throw too many curveballs. It's just a slower slider, if you will, to simplify it. Three stolen bases against Miley this year, 3 thrown out.
Well, he definitely keeps an eye on for a call, known as a base stealer in the game.
Holiday to right field. Tell us a little bit more, Gonzo, when you say kind of coming across his body.
Well, here you see him come and set. He strides out towards the left-hander's batter's box, and then he just comes all the way across his body. And that's tough to pick up for a right-handed hitter. And he starts on the third base side of the rubber also.
Into the catcher's mitt it goes. He blew him away. He threw him all fastballs and put Matt Holliday away.
First baseman, number 21, Alan Craig.
Where there you see Miggy setting up over the outer half, and if he's able to hit his spots in location like that, stay away from these guys. It's a very dangerous team hitting.
Good fastball, pours it in there to Alan Craig.
Very aggressive. You see Miley attacking the zone early.
Average fastball this year, 91 miles an hour. Changeup fluttered away, and this overly aggressive Cardinals team taking advantage of him. That looked like a knuckleball coming to the plate.
Well, that was a great change. It was almost a foot outside, and Craig was trying to cheat and get out there early. Couldn't hold up on it and just took a bad swing.
These guys are swinging it like sharks with blood in the water. Fastball, throw down, into the dirt it goes. Got him! Never has an ugly throw turned out so pretty, Miguel Montero. Well, when you're hot, you're throwing these balls right into the ground, and you still got them. Hey, good call, too. crafty righty that the Diamondbacks will deal with. Let's take a look at Kirk Gibson's starting lineup against the veteran Kyle Matthew Loesch. Brought to you by Mazda. Gerardo Parra, Willie Bloomquist. Got to get Justin Upton going, get him hot. It's Miguel Montero, Jason Kubel, Aaron Hill. Lyle Overbay gets the start, as does Ryan Roberts. It's Wade Miley. Kyle Loesch, as we mentioned, Valley resident, 33 years old, longtime Minnesota Twin, part of the world champions this year and off to one of the finest starts of his career. Had a heck of a year last year. Gerardo Parra drives the gap, closing over Holiday. Actually not near that gap, an easy chance for Holiday. Defensively, then we'll get a scouting report on Loesch from Gonzo. It's Holiday, Shane Robinson, and Carlos Beltran. David Freese, Rafael Furcal, Tyler Green, and Craig learning to play first on the fly. Tony Cruz is behind the plate catching Kyle Loesch. He's from Chico, California. Began his career in the Cubs organization as a minor leaguer. Pretty well traveled. What's the stuff, Gonzo, of Kyle Loesch?
Well, Kyle Loesch is another great find for the St. Louis Cardinals. Last year, just sitting out there a couple years ago, sitting out there and got picked up by the Cardinals. Good sinker ball guy. Fastball, curveball, slider, change. Is going to stay on the outer half to most guys. Likes to throw the backdoor curveball to lefties. And the slider and fastball away to the right-handed hitters.
He threw Bloomquist a slow bender. And he has him reaching for a second when he doubled up on it.
Well, really, Parra didn't help his teammates out going up there and swinging at the first pitch, because Bloomquist pretty much went up there not knowing what he's going to be throwing.
The life of a leadoff hitter. That opens our eyes a little bit. So, if you get that assignment to bat at the top of the order, it doesn't hurt to take a few or get a look at a few.
Well, the first time around, most major league hitters like to see some pitches and know, unless there's runners in scoring position, you want to kind of get a feel for it. Your second and third time up in the game, you'd hope that there's runners in scoring position and you know what they can throw.
And you do what you got to do. Willie Bloomquist reaches out. A changeup that time. You were telling us about his changeup. Of his secondary pitches, what is the one that should concern the Diamondbacks the most?
Well, he does throw the sinker. He throws a lot of sliders, curveballs and sinkers to the left-handed hitters, but his slider and fastball away usually to the right-handed hitters.
So he's just not going to let a guy like, unless it's way off the plate, he's not going to let a guy like Upton have anything inner half.
No, he's going to try to stay away. He might show him in just to show him a pitch and try to get Upton to cheat in there, but for the most part, he's going to stay away like he did right there.
Upton below 200 against right-handed pitching. Knocking lefties all over the place. 235 overall. Breaking ball, ground ball into center field. He'll take it. He certainly will take it. There's speed on the base pads. And when you're in I guess you'd call it a bit of a slump for Justin Upton. You love hits like that.
Oh, there's no doubt. And that ball was on the outer half right there. And Justin hit it just off the end of the bat.
Now, you mentioned nothing inner half, and there it was. So now Miguel Montero, and if we listen to Gonzo's prep work and his homework, if he does see a breaking ball, it will be on the outside, trying to nip the outside corner.
Well, when Miguel Montero is swinging well, this is the perfect type of pitcher for him, because if he does go away, when Miggy's going well, he hits the ball good to left center.
16 hits in his last 13 games. Not looking for any southpaws anytime soon. Excited to see a right-hander out there. Boy, what a drastic difference that was. Took a look at one, 0-1 the count. Loesch has been at it a long time. More than 300 career starts. More than 100 wins and just a little bit more than 100 losses as well.
See, and I think here soon we got to get Upton running and try to press the issue a little bit. Got a backup catcher in the game.
Breaking ball is in. Tony Cruz gets the assignment. Yadier Molina crossed up, and boy, When you're crossed up looking breaking ball and hit by a fastball, very dangerous, and that's what happened.
Really, I was listening to that game, and it sounded like it hit bone.
Yeah, got him right in the wrist. Scary. But he's all right. Montero, that was a changeup, kind of a hanging changeup, if you will, up. And we'll show you if you missed it last night, and you'll see what we mean. Take us through this.
Well, there you see the fastball away, and that didn't hit anything but wrist right there, not even a part of the glove. And when that ball catches like that, the catcher's expecting a breaking ball, and it comes in as a fastball. Well, that umpire was grateful too that he got something on it, not him.
Montero spoils a really. There's that backdoor breaking ball you were talking about.
Just reaching out there. I haven't seen Justin Upton running lately. I'm wondering if something's wrong with him because he hasn't. We know that he's been in a slump, hadn't been on base, but when he's on there, you got to try to create some nuisance and make something happen out there.
He's when he was running early in the season, he's done a fine job. 5 of 6. Inside corner, strike 3. Miguel has not seen eye to eye with this umpiring through the entire series. We'll continue that discussion. Reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, look forward to Miller Time later in today's game. Brought to you by Miller Lite and the Miller Brewing Company. Alan Craig. Well, so Alan Craig gets another look at young Mr. Wade Miley. There was a caught stealing with Craig in the batter's box, and he didn't look very comfortable with the Miley changeup. Let's watch now again. Beautiful fastball over the outside corner.
And Wade continues to hit his spots and work in and out on these guys.
Nearly got him there, up and in. So Craig, there's the in and out you're talking about.
I just love the way Wade Miley works. There you see Craig trying to take his time to gather his momentum, and Miley's on the mound waiting on him. And that throws the timing off of the hitter. Everything's about timing up there at the plate. You want to get in a rhythm, and see Miley, he's already standing on the mound.
To the right side, he reached 92 miles an hour. That pitch down and away. Nice battle there between those two. I'm told our broadcast crew came up with the Kia Motors key to the game. AC/DC. Ah, very good. We need some power. So we're going to get more power. You get plugs and outlets all over the dugout. That's a good idea, guys. Line drive into center field. Free spins the cap of Wade Miley. I actually think the AC/DC, Gonzo, I think that probably is
Second baseman.
the Thunderstruck song for J.J. Putz in his play when he comes in. And then outside there's some thunder as well. I think that's what it is. I hope so. I certainly hope it doesn't tie into, you know, guys sticking their finger in a socket or something like that just to get their hitting going. That's not. Don't try that at home. Tyler Green. Well, look at David Freese, Gonzo, and folks. Big swingers hitting it all over the ballpark, trying to drive the ball. He learned right away and dialed it back. That was a beautiful approach.
Well, he knew he was looking out over the outer half of the plate, got a pitch away and stayed to the middle of the field. And he's got just as good a power going to right center as we saw in last year's playoffs, driving the ball the other way. He knows his strengths and weaknesses, and he's a very young player. He'll go up there and not try to pull things. See, here you go. He's got a short stride and just stays inside of the ball, doesn't try to do too much. And he was aggressive at the plate, but he looked to one spot, outer half of the plate. If he got that pitch, he was gonna get on it.
Peeking over his shoulder into that batter's box, where Green deals with an 0-2 right there. He cut that a little bit, just a little bit of run into the right-handed hitter.
Boy,
Green was frustrated. That was not even close to being a ball.
Yeah, I tell you what, aside from Freese hitting that first base hit up the middle, this batting order has really not looked good up there off of Miley so far, which is good for the Diamondbacks.
So Green goes down on strikes. Shane Robinson, 9th career start in center field. Big swing late on that one, fouls it off. 0-1 the count. Shane Robinson. Cardinals with a pair of hits. The Diamondbacks are just one.
Well, I tell you what, from seeing the Cardinals these first two games and going into this third game, they're an aggressive ball club. They're not going up there waiting around a little bit. They're going to swing the bat.
Luis Gonzalez joining us in the broadcast booth tonight as our color analyst. I'm Darren Sutton. Glad to have you with us.
Here you see Mark McGuire, the hitting coach for the St. Louis Cardinals. Also have a former Diamondback coach, Mike Aldretti, who is also helping out with the hitting duties for the Cardinals.
So they employ a couple of hitting coaches, huh?
There's Aldo. Little trivia for you. He was a roommate of John Elway.
Really? Bouncing ball, base hit left field. Robinson, you saw those numbers a moment ago, enjoying left-handed pitching. He was hitless in his last 10 tries. He snaps that.
Well, he tried to come in right there, and Robinson looking for it and got a good pitch over the outer half of the plate.
Couple of runners on now. A little bit of high leverage for the man on the mound, Wade Miley, ready to go against Tony Cruz. 4th start of the season for Cruz. Belts that one into right center field. Parra's on the move, tracking it. Still going back. He's got it.
by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo. It's only $4.99 plus tax. AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible.
Boy, if that isn't a good shot there. Making memories at the ballpark. You bet. We're glad to have you boys there. Thumbs up to you for coming out as Jason Kubel takes high and away from Kyle Loesch. Love shots like that.
That's what it's all about, bringing the family to the ballpark.
I know you played to compete, you competed to win, but in the end of the day, that probably gave you more joy seeing that in the stands.
It really does. That's what it's all about, making memories out here at the ballpark with your family.
The 1-1 to Kubel, swing and a miss.
Tough slider in right there. He just got a hanger up earlier. Called for a strike from Laz Diaz, the home plate umpire.
There's that backdoor attempt that you told us about in the scouting report. Didn't get it there. There's another good one there. Tried to pull a pitch up and away. Loesch will swoop in and step on the bag. Want to remind you, find out about Kachinko. It's a lot of fun. Learn how you can play right here at Chase Field. The interactive kiosk near section 111. But you're going to have to do that one again. It's Gila River Casinos. Oh, don't get pinched there. Be careful now. Anyway, it's a wonderful experience. Go find it out there. Section 111, Gila River Casinos. I don't know. I mean, we don't know.
Just going to bump it there for a tilt. Loesch is aggressive also, just as Miley. They're going to go right after guys.
Boy, a little bit of run in on the hands, and Kubel couldn't handle that one. Good pitch. It started down the middle and had a little bit of dive at the end and deemed it pretty unhittable.
First baseman, number 37.
What's going on out there, by the way, at the Kachinko machine? Hang on, be careful. Oh, boy. Oh, nice. Hey, look at that. Sanderson Ford, a finalist. Love that. Slow curveball to Lyle.
Oh, Loesch is trying to keep the hitters off balance. You throw the slow curveball away, come in, go back away. There's another change.
Peers over that glove. Change up, little line drive. That bat died a happy death. It broke with a hit. And you'll take that.
Third baseman, number 14, Ryan Roberts.
You see a little sinking fastball right there over the outer half. Lyle just stays on it. 2 strikes. Tries to stay to the middle of the field for a base hit.
Ryan Roberts hoping to get it going. 188, a pair of home runs, 13 RBIs. Last time this year, Ryan was hitting 287. He had 6 home runs and 16 batted in.
Well, I'd like to see Ryan get a pitch over the outer half and just hit it to right center over by the 413 sign by the pool. Not try to hook everything. He's going away again.
Perfect pitch. Would you tell yourself things, Gonzo? Would you say, I'm hooking the ball too much, I'm going to try and drive it to left? Would you do it?
You know, I always thought when I was struggling, and I know it's easier said than done for players, everybody's different up there at the plate, but I always tried to stay to the middle of the field because I didn't try to pull balls or anything. I tried to stay to the middle and not try to swing, overswing. Because these guys are throwing hard enough to where if you make good solid contact, you're going to put the ball in play. You're just trying to hit line drives in the gaps and stay to the middle of the field. When you're trying to get too big and overswing, it's like golf. The guys swing the ball nice and easy, nice swing. They seem to hit the ball straight and a long way. When you try to overswing, you muscle up and you don't hit the ball good. It's the same thing in baseball, same concept.
To the right side, a breaking ball. Hey, a quick reminder about these Diamondbacks, and they want to get it going because anytime Arizona scores 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase. We call that a good thing. Between 4 and 6 the next day. There's a reason to pull for 6.
Well, this is where I'd like to see Ryan Roberts have some type of 2-strike approach, like spread out, duck down a little bit, just trying to put the ball in play, get something out towards the middle of the field.
Now that wasn't at all because of the runner. Loesch literally changed his mind when he came set. So he just stepped off and said, let's do a new set of signs. Ryan Roberts to the big part of the ballpark, and it's down. Luis Gonzalez, you asked for it, you got it. It wasn't into right center field, but as you said, it was to the big part of the ballpark.
And that's what I think. There you see Groove there. Don Baylor, very excited now. This is a good sign right here. See, he got a pitch out over the outer half. Didn't try to pull it. Stayed in the middle of the field. Nice, easy swing.
Into the gap, not down the line. And Roberts now starting to warm. He's got 6 hits in his last 15 at-bats. That's in the month of May, so starting to warm. Wade Miley can hit, folks. He lines that one into center field. Matt Williams says, come on down. Here's the throw to the plate, off the mark. Wade Miley drives the run in. He is 5 for 11 this season, and the Diamondbacks behind Miley lead it 1-0.
Well, I think Wade Miley right here tonight has decided, you guys get on my back. I'm going to carry the load tonight. Nice pitch over the outer half, and Wade Miley just stayed right to the middle of the field.
Well, you bet you pitchers. Paul Goldschmidt smiling, saying, can I get some of that? I'm trying to figure it out. And then a pitcher steps in there and whacks it into center field. Breaking ball, boy, good pitch. So Miley, just to close the book on that and his offense, that's now, funny of all things, a 4-game hitting streak. And he's 3 for 9 now in his career with runners in scoring position. Yeah, everyone's all right down there.
Well, here Parra's got 2 strikes, got to be in a defensive mode here. Good things happen. You got to put the ball in play, make something happen out there.
Into the dirt it goes. 1-2 the count.
You know, when a team's struggling like the D-backs have been, guys trying to get too big, trying to hit the home run, the 3-run homer, we just got to slow everything down and just try to play little ball. Here we go. We got 1 run in, a couple 2-out hits.
Bouncing ball, that one didn't find the hole. But Arizona, as Luis Gonzalez is talking about, not over swinging. Ryan Roberts did it, Lyle Overbay did it, and Wade Miley did it. See how easy it is, Paul Goldschmidt? Not fair, is it? And text road trip to the Miller Taste team at 620. That's your chance to win one of 3 interdivision rival flyaway trips this summer. All right, show us what throwing across your body means, Luis Gonzalez.
Well, you folks at home sitting there watching Wade Miley, who starts off on the third base side of the pitching rubber. There's the line drawn to the middle of it. He strides towards first base, and then he comes across his body firing into the right-handed hitters. And that creates a lot of deception on those hitters up there because they see him starting away and the ball all of a sudden is coming in at a different angle.
That's great stuff there. He doesn't step anywhere close to a straight line to the plate, does he?
No, he really doesn't. I think that's why you don't see any left-handed hitters in the lineup, and you're going to see that a lot more the more times that he starts games. They eliminate those left-handed hitters.
He has been good enough this year, been both sides, because he's going to see a lot of righties, as you said. Loesch is hitless this year. Not an easy shot, right to the midsection of Hill. The 159 career hitter is erased.
Shortstop Rafael Furcal.
So literally, with regard to Miley, there is a bit of a hiding the ball factor too because of that, I'm guessing.
There really is. There really is, and he's very deceptive up there. He's kind of sneaky fast. The ball gets on you in a hurry.
Furcal singled back in the first.
You know, and Furcal is a different type of leadoff hitter in this game. I played with him. He swings a 35-inch bat.
Really?
33 ounces. Which on this team, you think of all the great hitters that are on that St. Louis Cardinals team. Your Berkmans, your Beltrons, good hitters over there. You think of our side with Upton, some of these power hitters in the game. And this guy's swinging a longer bat than most of these guys in the game today.
Don Baylor would love everyone to do what Furcal is doing. Baylor has made it clear, he did on this last road trip, I want everybody to have a bigger and heavier bat.
I swing a 33-ounce bat, at times a 34-ounce bat. I just felt like I had better lumber, and there you go, ball hit down the right field line.
A guy like a Paul Goldschmidt is one of, and I've talked about Paul a lot in this life, but he is one of Baylor's true studies.
Right fielder Carlos Beltran.
You know, and I asked Furcal, why do you swing a big bat like that? And he just said it helps him stay back. He's not jumping out there. And if he does jump out, the bat's big enough and heavy enough to where, he's not leaning out there with it.
Beltran a mile high. That was a changeup and a good one. That's 2 solid changeups he's beaten him on, and both of them have been pop-ups. I don't want to close the book on this discussion about the bats, because if I were to say to you, well, I'm a player, Gonzo, I think the lighter the bat, the quicker my bat speed, then I could go get him. You would dispel that notion by saying?
I would. I think you get better wood. The closer the inches and the ounces are together, you get more of a compressed wood, and it's better. And I think when you get a light bat and you swing the bat hard like most players do nowadays, because everybody relies on the home runs, you tend to get out there a lot quicker and jump out on pitches.
He swung that one hard. He stayed back nicely. Parra plays it with the bare hand to the cutoff man. The relay to the plate. The tag out at the plate. They got it. He laid the ball to the plate, leads it off, and Willie Bloomquist. He got it to Miguel Montero. A lot of moving parts in this play, a ton of them. And it started with Parra hitting the cutoff man. On the replay, what you will see, we'll give you a quick heads up, is that the Diamondbacks, that play and that call probably could have gone either way. It was that close. But an exciting play.
Exciting play, great execution by the D-backs.
1-1 the count to Willie Bloomquist. And clearly, Jose Oquendo did the right thing by sending the runner.
Oh, there's no doubt he did the right thing right there. Early in the ball game, he's seen his lineup the first time around struggle against Miley, and he knows that he's got a guy who's on his game tonight. So you got to take a chance right there and try to score him.
Breaking ball, Willie putting a good at bat on him, making it count. Pitches outside, 2-2 the count. So the Diamondbacks right now riding a little luck too. I mean, Wade Miley, he's now given up 5 hits in this game, pitching effectively. Willie swings and misses. We're going to start with this ball off the wall, and Gonzo, you're going to take it.
Well, Holiday hits the ball to left center field. There you see it carry him off the wall. Parra fields it with his hand, and there you see Willie. Good strong throw to the cutoff man, and Willie's already in set position. Montero gets his foot out to block the runner from getting to the plate. I think Laz Diaz was looking at his foot out there, not really realizing that Furcal was going to be able to slide his hand between Miggy's legs there. Nonetheless, it was a good play, and we'll take the call.
Yeah, one of those where, as you see, the plate hit the hand hit the plate, the catcher's mitt hit the body. It was close. Looked like it could have gone the way of Furcal being safe on super slow-mo. 1-1 the count.
Boy, that was a bad swing right there. Upton wasn't even close on that. That ball was a slow breaking ball, down and away.
One and one the count. Breaking ball, same pitch but over the plate.
And that was a hanger right there. He left it. If I'm Justin Upton, until I get 2 strikes, I got to look middle away and try to hammer balls to right center field, because they're going to continue to do that early in the count until you show them that you can hit that pitch, and then they're going to start coming back into his strength. He likes the ball in.
Pulled a changeup outside.
But most teams, when you're the number 3 hitter in the batting order, they're going to throw you middle away, or show you hard in. And that's why Justin Upton gets hit by a lot of pitches, because they're going to come inside on the guy in the middle of the batting order. There's one of the guys who took a lot of hit by pitches in his career.
Tried to nibble out there, didn't get it there. Laz Diaz hollers out 3-2. Bouncing ball, glove that time by Loesch. And in time for the second out, a quick reminder. Every time a Diamondbacks player hits one out of here, Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Montero. You know, did you ever used to play, I don't know what you called it, we used to call it pickle when I was young. Get 2 defenders, you know,
sure,
with the glove, throw a ball back and forth, try and steal bases back and forth.
Pickle, hot box, whatever they call it.
That reach around, that reach into the plate by Furcal reminded me of something you do in a game of pickle.
Well, you wouldn't do it if you were playing in the street.
No, but you do it on the grass.
That's right. That's right.
That game of pickle you used to play, that's the kind of slide you'd have if that tennis ball beat you there, whatever you're playing with, where you pop that hand in underneath. That was such an instinctive play. He didn't shy away at all with trying to grab that play. Miguel Montero goes down on strikes. A fine defensive play. Unfortunately, they couldn't back it up with any offense.
Top of the St. Louis Cardinals, 1-0. Get a little inspiration today from the Phoenix Coyotes. Mikhail Bodker, Shane Doan, Mike Smith showing up today for batting practice, talking with Kirk Gibson, talking with Luis Gonzalez, and taking in the game tonight and watching the Diamondbacks on top right now of the St. Louis Cardinals, joined by Mikhail Bodker here in the stands. And you guys got a pretty big ovation from the crowd earlier, and a pretty big ovation for a Mike Smith type save there by Miguel Montero at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably some inspiration from earlier. I mean, we got talking, and he was explaining how it felt when they came down at him, and it was kind of interesting, and he gave a pretty good insight on it.
Who else did you talk to today? What was it like kind of having a day off? You guys have been playing so much, going to overtime so much, having a day off in town and really, letting the people here cheer you on and enjoy yourself a little bit.
Yeah, it's amazing, just the fans. I mean, obviously just getting on the Jumbotron there it was pretty cool, but just meeting some of the guys. Chris Young was one of the guys who got to meet, and Goldsmith and we got to meet pretty much all of them, and all great guys. I mean, they have a great team here, and that's why we come out and support them.
It sounds like game time is close to set Sunday at 5. What do you do between now and then and really ramp things back up with some playoff intensity?
I mean, obviously right now we're just trying to get as much rest as we can, and then just try and soak it all in right now. But tomorrow we'll be back at it. We'll have a meeting, and I mean, Coach has it all figured out for us, so we'll just follow his lead, and wherever Donor and Smitty takes us, we'll go.
How long has the playoff beard been going, and how long would you like it to go?
I had to cheat a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I had to start about 2 weeks early. Just it feels bad because some of the guys are catching up now. But it's been going for a while now. I'm not proud of it, but I'm happy that it gets this long, and hopefully it goes longer.
I think I speak for everybody in the state of Arizona that hopes it gets really long and gnarly. Thank you for joining us here. And remember, continuing coverage of Mikhail Bodker and your Phoenix Coyotes on Fox Sports Arizona. We will follow them the entire way in this Stanley Cup playoffs. Guys, back up to you.
Boy, what an honor to hear that conversation, and an honor to be in a city when you have a team like that grabbing hold of fans daily. Now, there is a great fan base, but they are winning them over. The long-term plans are in place. I mean, the timing right now, everything, it's kind of a utopian state for the Coyotes, and they've earned it.
They really have. I saw Smith out here earlier with Donor, and I was asking Smith why doesn't he have bodyguards around him the way he's been playing. He's the most valuable guy in the state right now for the Coyotes. They got to keep that guy under lock and key until game time.
Like a Tanya Harding situation,
That's it.
All right.
You don't want any Galuli situation out there.
I got you. I like it. No, it's great. I mean, it's Gonzo down there. There you are.
Now I know why you got quick hands around the net.
He's out there with his young kid. No, it's just great to see those guys and out here supporting the Arizona Diamondbacks just as we support all the other local teams. It's an exciting time for the Coyotes.
Yeah, you want to bring every trophy back to this city. That's the ultimate goal. There is no competition. You know, the level rises. Championships takes a level higher for every sport. Very good stuff. And a nice interview by Mark McClune. 1-1 to count Tyler Green. And it was also nice for a brief moment to see our dear friend Todd Walsh, who has just been covering this like a blanket. His passion has been shining through on the air. We'll see him back at the ballpark soon enough. Fly ball into right center field. Upton says, I've got it. And he puts it away. If you're hitting the road, take Fox Sports Arizona's coverage of the Diamondbacks with you, and do it this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Diamondbacks out-of-market game live online on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Here's what it doesn't say, which it needs to say, and we'll make sure it does next time. You can watch all the other teams as well here in this market, and that's a very important part of it. Make sure we add that next time. We can't add anything to the graphic because it already takes up the entire screen. But if you're a Diamondbacks fan and a Brewers fan, let's say, you probably weren't in the playoffs, you can watch your Brewers games every night. Swing and a miss.
Boy, great changeup away over the outer half. Boy, and Freese has 2 hits tonight. He's standing at first base. If there's a guy that you want to hold to singles, it would be him right now, him and Beltran. And Miley has done a great job with Beltran tonight, and he's only held Freese to a couple singles.
They are the extra base hit kings, aren't they?
They are.
2-1 the count.
Oh, and I'll tell you another thing, what Miley does, he kind of neutralizes the running game. Being a left-handed pitcher, he's got that move to first base.
He's got a pickoff this year, 2 in his big league career. Belted into right field, well struck. Upton going back to the wall. He's got room.
Then get home safe. With great beer comes great responsibility.
We'd like for you to join us tonight, interactive style, delivered by the UPS store. Log on to Facebook, Twitter, or FoxSportsArizona.com. Who do you expect to step up and help the Diamondbacks break out of their mini early slump to start the year? Who do you expect to step up? So join us and interact with us. And in the post-game show, we'll have some of your responses.
Well, I'll tell you who it's been so far today. It's Wade Miley. He pretty much took the keys to the car and said, I'm going to run with it today, pitching and offensively.
Two and one the count to Jason Kubel. Miley, if you're just joining us, and Gonzo's talking about it, singled in a run back in the second inning. Changeup, good take. That had to look tantalizing coming in there. Kubel drives it, well struck into left center field. Robinson races back. He makes the play. Fine play, and as Kubel trots off the field, Gonzo, this is the first time you've been our analyst this year. What are your thoughts of Jason Kubel thus far? What's your early takeaway?
Well, I like him. I mean, he's got power to all fields. Of course, everybody was talking about how poorly he was going to be defensively.
Right.
And here he is with, 5 assists on the year. So he's been great on defense. Offensively, I think once the other guys get hot around him, he's going to be a better hitter. I think right now all these guys, Upton, Kubel, all these guys are trying to shoulder the load. And once everybody starts doing their job together, they're all going to become better hitters.
Aaron Hill. Fastball, fly ball. Shane Robinson puts that one to bed. So a couple of fly ball outs to center field. Stephen Drew, Cody Ransom. Steven's starting to ramp things up, isn't he, as far as playing in extended games?
Yeah, he really is. He's starting to feel pretty good out there. He swung the bat good the other day in an extended spring training game, so it's a good sign for our team. It's almost like picking up a trade. You know, getting a guy like Stephen Drew back. We haven't had him in quite a while. The other guys have come in. Bloomquist has done a fantastic job. McDonald has done a great job, but you really want to get your core player back in there. His presence in the lineup is going to make a huge difference for our team.
Pitches away. If Lyle Overbay reaches, we may hear from Mark McClune in a bit. If not next inning, I know Mark has been digging up all the updates on a couple of Diamondbacks like that man, and Chris Young as well. So Mark will join us here in a little bit.
You know, I think when those guys come back, you're talking about Upton and or Young, excuse me, and Drew. When they get back, I think you're going to see a little bit more of a consistent lineup. You know, because these are core players on your team that need to be out there everyday players that are going to go out there, and they need to be on the field. You got to have that consistency on your team.
CenturyLink presents High Speed Pitch, brought to you by CenturyLink High Speed Internet. Loesch and Miley, 90 and 93. Loesch, the crafty righty. Lyle Overbay with a base hit into right field. That one will head to the warning track. Lyle picking him up and putting him down. He's in there with a double. Lyle's got 5 doubles this year. He can hit some doubles.
Yeah, early in his career, he was known as the doubles machine, and here you see him get a good pitch out over the outer half of the plate. Strokes it into right field. Beltran just makes a nice gradual jog, gets it off the fence, one hop throw in.
Gonzo, I was fortunate enough to cover one of his 50 double seasons in Milwaukee. Boy, what a special year that was. 50.
That's a special thing to do, hit 50 doubles in a season. See if we can get Roberts again to stay to the middle of the field.
He did. Into center field. All right, Lyle, hurry up. Here's the throw to the plate. The tag out at the plate. Nice job gloving it by Cruz. Nice piece of hitting by Ryan Roberts, but the Diamondbacks this time come up empty. Involvement in all this.
Well, Wade Miley's the on-deck hitter here. Here you see him at the bottom of your screen running to get to home. He should already be there. Once that ball was hit, you got a runner in scoring position to let the runner know whether he's got to stand up or slide. He's way too far outside of that inner circle. He should be standing almost where the umpire is at.
And he let him know at the very last moment.
There you see Overbay going, you got to tell me. Wade's like, I was over here in the third row. I got it.
And the other final lesson, we talked about this in the break, when in doubt, if you're Lyle Overbay.
Got to slide. If you don't see anybody there, you still got to slide. Just a tough break for the D-backs right there. Good, and you got to give credit to Robinson. He made a great throw to home plate.
High chopper. Hill will end up playing it back. Sets his feet in a nice play. Mark McClune, I know we were promising some updates physically on Hudson and Young. What have you found out?
Well, speaking of sliding, Stephen Drew still has not slid. He took the day off today, but he has been playing an extended spring training and plans to go back tomorrow. Joining him in extended spring training at Salt River Fields will be Chris Young, who Gibby says is getting back into hitting shape, trying to get close to taking 100 swings at a time. Both will join the hottest team in baseball right now. The Diamondbacks' extended spring training team has won 17 straight games.
Really? Extended spring. They're never losing.
17 straight. That's hard to do in pro baseball.
All right, get out there, young man. So he's about, what, 2.5 weeks away from being in a big league game, if I do my simple math. Again, we said, and it's not to beat a dead horse, it was initially thought, we were initially told, I think it was a hopeful prognosis, 2-2 the count, that Hudson might only miss 2 starts. It's going to end up being about 7.
Well, if you're going to miss, we'd rather you miss now at the early part of the season.
Both Hudson and Kennedy had a tough night last night, certainly, are coming off of years where they journeyed way, way past the uncharted territory for innings pitched. And I'm sure their arms, their shoulders, their elbows, their backs, their legs this year are going to respond differently. Base hit right field. Los better hurry. Upton couldn't come up with it. Probably didn't have a play, not sure. I'll let you tell us if he did.
Well, Upton playing in almost like the Little League play out there. Had the right fielder playing in with the pitcher up. Loesch hits it well.
Shortstop, Rafael Foucault.
Couple hops. There you go. There, Upton peaked at the last second there. He popped his head up. So you see Upton playing in, but instead of looking the ball in, he peeked up. His head popped up at the last second. Wasn't able to make that. make that play.
I don't know if he'd have got him, but would love to see it played cleanly. That's a single for Loesch.
Would have been an exciting play to see, at least.
Absolutely. It's funny that the man who was hurrying the most was that man. The most fun part about that play is to see the anxiousness on the pitcher. Kind of the whoa reaction, if you will.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right, Darren. I think when he looked up and saw where Upton was playing, he thought he had a clean hit at first. And then in his mind, he had to kick it into a different gear to get to first base.
Even with the bag at third is Roberts. 2-1 the count for Call. The Cardinals have, you don't want to use the word squandered, but they have had their opportunities. They've now got 7 hits in this game. Belted into right center field. Parra will charge it. Loesch, look at him going first to third, daring Parra to throw the tag. Safe! Went in standing up very close. Roberts popped the tag on him.
Well, Loesch might have got hurt there. He kind of reached out to third base. Almost like his hamstring. Here you see Loesch coming around second base, and he sees that Parra's got to go to his left, and he comes up. Extending out there. You see Oquendo was telling him to get down. Well, that was a close play right there.
He grabbed at that hamstring the moment he hit the bag.
Oquendo was telling him to get down as he was coming around second base. I think Loesch was just not even looking at Oquendo. He was focused on just trying to leg it out and get to third. There you see the base hit. Loesch coming around second. Oquendo's telling him to slide to the outside.
So just one out. Double play depth. And for the first time, really back close to being against the wall here, because you've got Beltran, you've got Holiday, you've got 2 runners on. Danger, Will Robinson.
Well, there's no doubt, and this is where Miley gets in trouble because he fell behind on Furcal, got a base hit, and now he's falling behind on Beltran here. Where earlier in the game he was giving up cheap hits, but he was being aggressive in the strike zone.
These 1 through 3 hitters really, really lightning for the Cardinals. Fouled that one off. 1 through 3 hitting .315 collectively in those spots in the order with an on base of .390. They lead in those 2 categories, slugging percentage, home runs as well.
See, and Beltran will change his swing now. He's got first and third. He's looking for something up in the zone, try to elevate it out there to the outfield.
And elevate that. 2-1 the count. Coming into action today, runners in scoring position, opponents hitting .148 against Miley. Hard ground ball. Oh boy, it takes a bite out of Roberts. And everybody's safe. It really hit him hard. I don't know if it was a bad bounce or if it hit off the heel of his glove. We'll see. It took a bite out of him. He thought he had a double play ball.
Did that hit him in the face or chin? The heel of the glove.
Yeah, got him right in the chin.
At the plate, left fielder Matt Holliday.
A tough break right there for the Diamondbacks. Got a double play ball, just hit off the heel of the glove of Roberts.
That's an error on Roberts. Instead of a double play ball, it was certainly firm enough to turn. There's no doubt it was hit hard. Since you can't assume a double play, you will give an RBI to Beltran. Because if they would have just gotten the lead runner on a force, that run would have scored on an RBI as well.
And here you fall behind again, 2 balls and no strikes.
Change up. Yeah, losing the edge right now. 73 pitches for Miley.
I think, a miscue out there and fell behind a couple hitters. He's kind of lost that edge that he had earlier.
These are some imposing gentlemen, too, looking to take him apart. Three and one the count. Holliday doubled in the 3rd inning. Struck out in the 1st.
See if we can get him to roll over here on a change up or something down. Get a double play ball.
Inside, instead it's a walk. Really asking for it now. Trying to pitch around an error and pitching behind as well. That bullpen, imagine that phone will ring soon. Alan Trammell's picked it up. Everyday Brad Ziegler. Brad is available in all days that end in Y. And so he'll get hot while Nagy will visit. Well, let's look back so far, Gonzo, at this game. Because certainly was effective and pitched confidently as Ziegler warms. But the other part of the story is there's been hits in every inning. He's had to work around those. Not always hard hit balls. Now he's going to work around some hits and an error.
Well,
and a walk.
I think Darren, in this inning, the 5th inning, he fell behind a fur call. He was behind 2-1 on him. Fell behind on Beltran. And when you fall behind good hitters like that, they're not going to get cheated up there. They're in hitter's count. They're not in a defensive mode. They know that the pitcher's got to eventually come to them, so they're going to get good passes at the plate. And that's what happened there with Miley. He's got to stay aggressive and keep doing what he's doing.
Big swing back to the screen. Fastball up and away.
See, there you go. You got the first pitch strike. Now that hitter is in a defensive mode because even though he's got 1 strike, he's got runners in scoring position. So he might be able to get him to chase something out of the zone, reach for something, not hit the ball well. Now the pitcher has the upper hand, especially when he gets out in front of him early.
Beat him with a fastball. That's the difference in getting ahead right there. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, because all the hitter's thinking about right now is trying to get that run in. Doesn't want to hit a ground ball. He wants to get something out in the outfield to get that runner in any way that he can. But he's got a couple pitches to play around with here, hopefully to get him to chase.
He did get him to chase. Another shot at a double play. Got it. Wow. All right, then. Step aside from the oncoming train. He managed to do that. As Wade Miley leads it off with a big swing and a foul ball. What were you calling him, Houdini, Copperfield? What was it? I forgot.
He was Harry Houdini that last inning right there. Got himself in trouble and wiggled his way out of it.
And he belts that one to center. Nearly got over his head. Wade can hit, folks. A little bit more on Wade Miley. We told you he can hit. Mark McClune, tell us more about that.
Well, he was actually a center fielder and a pitcher his first couple of years at Southeast Louisiana and Hammond, Louisiana, and walked in the coach's office one day. He told me this, and talking to Coach Jay Artiguis, I believe that's how you say it. Haven't pronounced Cajun names in quite a while, but and said, "Can I just pitch? Can I just be a pitcher?" Well, at Jay Artiguis, the coach of Southeast Louisiana, tweeting tonight that Wade Miley taking the mound, Lion up, a lot of Lion pride for Wade Miley and the folks watching back home 2 hours ahead of Arizona time.
Good stuff, and obviously begged to pitch, but still can hit.
It's a great school down there in Louisiana. I'm sure the pride of his college is watching tonight. Coaches and friends and family.
I was going to say now, is that a school you might have battled against, being down there in South Alabama?
University of South Alabama, yeah.
Gerardo Parra gives it a ride. Toward that pool it sails off the wall. Hustling on around. Parra with a double. Nearly knocked it into the Ram Trucks.TV pool, but instead he barreled it off the wall.
Tried to come in. Parra looking for it in there. Got a nice piece to hit there. Yeah, we battled against those Louisiana schools once in a while. Third baseman David Freese, South Alabama guy.
A lot of good baseball. Even a lot of good small college baseball down there in the South. Junior college baseball, excellent in the South. Changeup misses away. 1-0 the count. And we talk about Pat Corbin, who has made his way to the major leagues with the Diamondbacks. Chipola College in Florida, a junior college.
Yep. Let's see if we can get Willie Bloomquist here to get his first hit of the night.
Willie 0 for 2 tonight, one of his last 15.
For the most part, Loesch, of these right-handed hitters, he's staying away from those guys.
Which should be just fine for Bloomquist. When the kid in him comes out and he uses the whole field. Speaking of kids, how about that?
The problem is when a team's struggling and you got a runner in scoring position, you take every at-bat at the plate like you're going to be that guy to drive the guy in. So you expand your strike zone. Sometimes you don't get the pitch that you want. You should go up there, take what they give you. If they're going to keep throwing out there, just take it. Hit it to the other side of the field.
Yeah, and Willie, when he's right, does it so well. You can picture, can't you, like a good firm two-hopper between the first and second baseman. Green is really close to the bag, so you can see it's wide open on the right side. Adam fishing for a pitch outside.
Well, he was reaching out there. It's just a matter of staying on top of that ball, not getting under it and hitting a weak fly ball to right field or right center.
Works it full, 3-2. Well, how about that take? Oh, baby.
That's a great at-bat right there by Willie Bloomquist.
Justin Upton strides to the plate. It's an RBI opportunity. Our quote brought to you by Geico. We've had a couple of tough losses. We've gotten beat up, but good teams come out of these things and pick themselves up. I think we have the group to do it. Justin Upton after last night's loss. Let's see if he can be out front here. He's got a runner in scoring position and a wonderful opportunity.
Okay, you're Justin Upton right here. You got to be thinking they're going to be coming out over the outer half of the plate here. Robinson was on the first base side out in center field. Now he's shifted to straight center. If I'm hitting right now, I'm looking middle away. If they throw me in, you get jammed, you loop a ball. They're going to play you deep anyway. You're the middle part of the batting order. If you hit a home run, we'll take it. But right now, we just need the single.
Very close to the bag. Tyler Green at second. Upton to the middle of the diamond. The flip, the turn, the double play.
Are locked into 1-1 game. We talked about Justin Upton just before the break. Comes up with first and second here. Talked about him going to get something on the outer half of the plate. Here you see the pitch off the end of the bat. His front side right here is leaking out. So he's looking to try to hit a ball. He's trying to pull the ball where actually he should be trying to get jammed or hit the ball to right center field. And what does he do? He rolls over and hits a weak ground ball to the shortstop for a double play.
The anatomy of a player trying to find himself right there. All big league hitters go through that. And you talked about some of the ways you try to break yourself out of it.
It's easy for me to sit up here and say it, and I don't want to be critical of Justin Upton because I've been there. I've done that. I've rolled over and stuff. But consistency in this game, until you show them that you can hit that ball to right center consistently, there's scouts sitting right behind home plate writing this down. The next team that comes in here is going to do the same thing. They're going to throw you middle away, hard in. These guys are writing everything down. These guys are logging on both teams. And they're advanced scouts. That's what they do. They watch these guys. And until you show them that you can do it, they're going to keep going to your weakness. They're not going to pitch to your strength. This is the big leagues. You got to earn what you get up here. And Justin's a great player. He's just got to learn how to make those adjustments from at-bat to at-bat and be a consistent big leaguer. And he did it last year. He finished third for most valuable player.
No, right there in the MVP voting, certainly right there in the discussion with Matt Kemp, with Ryan Braun, with Prince Fielder. And deserved to be in that discussion. Had an incredible year on a playoff team.
But like I said earlier, you know, when a team is struggling, you go up to the plate and you want to be the man. He's hitting in the middle of the order. You want to be that guy. There's a lot of weight on this kid's shoulders right here. He's hitting third in the big league order. Everybody's counting on him. He had a great year last year. And sometimes you want to say, well, that's not fair to count on one guy, but there's a lot of responsibility that comes with hitting in the middle of a big league batting order.
Young in birth certificate, but not young in experience as well with Upton. Swing and a miss. Good job. Cleaned it right up. A frustrating walk to freeze, and he came right back. Our AT&T trivia question. I don't have a very good Alex Trebek voice, but I'll just go Jeopardy style. The answer in our Jeopardy style AT&T trivia question: Ozzie Smith, Red Shandies, Lou Brock, Enos Slaughter. What's the question? We'll let you know later on. Fastball missed. 1-0 the count. McGuire has them hitting the ball all over the ballpark.
You see Wade Miley's pitch count. Now he's getting up into the close to the 90 pitch mark.
Robinson gives that one a ride toward the gap in left center field. Horror runs it down. Living right, Wade Miley.
Catcher Tony Cruz.
So Robinson is erased. The seldom used Tony Cruz getting the start. Kyle McClellan warming in the pen. Cruz a product of a Southern community college. Played his baseball at Palm Beach Community College in Lake Worth, Florida. Pitches high and away.
Well, McClellan warming up in the bullpen just for the simple fact that Loesch is on deck.
Well, he will be, and he at some point maybe. He's due up to be on deck. He's not out there. We We saw an umpire earlier in this series call for the on-deck hitter. There's no on-deck hitter right now. By the letter of the law, Kyle Loesch is supposed to be standing out there. Here he comes. Not that I'm a stickler. We just saw it earlier in the series. Hit hard into right center field. Upton's going to surround it. Up with it and back into the cutoff man. So the beat goes on. That just knocked Kyle Loesch out of the game. You're going to have to hit for Loesch. Let's take another look at this approach.
Where you see a pitch over the outer half. He kind of jams himself here, kind of inside out.
Pitch for Kyle Loesch, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
So just 5 innings. Going for it right now. Very traditional by the book move here. You got to go for your runs, I guess, when you get there instead of pushing further.
Well, I think Nagy's going to go out there, tell him a little bit about him, but this is a good move right here. Matheny has to do this here. They've got 2 outs, runners in scoring position, and then you're in a 1-1 game.
Matt Carpenter's out of TCU. Cardinals middle round pick, 13th rounder. He's gotten here pretty quickly. In 09 he was a 13th rounder. Mike Matheny pushing that button right now. So this is a move he has to make, you think?
Yeah, there's no doubt. You're in a 1-1 ball game here. You're deep into the game. Your bullpen's already set up out there. So you're going for the win here. This is your chance. Even though there's 2 outs, you got to try to get your guy to get a base hit. You don't want to send your pitcher up there with 2 outs and a man on third.
And so they go with Carpenter, 1 of 6 as a pinch hitter. 1 of 6 this year. He drove in 3 though with that 1. Inside, rushed it to the plate. 1-0 the count.
Pitched him in there, try to move his feet a little bit.
Big difference there. A pitcher's pitch, to say the least. 1-1 the count.
And as a hitter, this is a tough draw right here. You got a crossfire left-hander. You got to look for something over the outer half of the plate and try to just hit it to left field. You don't want to try to pull this ball. So Wade tried to come in, keep him off balance. First pitch, and then he came back with a strike.
Well, and the reason, as he didn't go around, you have this tough matchup, is he started all right-handers out there.
Right.
So his bench is all lefties outside of that man, and Yadier Molina's not going to hit.
There's no
not
doubt.
going to play.
You're exactly right. And you have that luxury, you know, when your ball club is 19-11.
That's exactly right. That's lifted to left. Kubel with the dive. He won't get there. 1 run is in. Another runner being sent on around off the bench. Carpenter gets it done. A crushing blow. And Matheny pushed the exact right button. The manager doesn't get the hit, but how good does that feel for a manager when it pays off like that?
Well, it's a good swing by Carpenter. He didn't try to do much. He stayed inside the ball and shot it to left field. That's the only thing you can do off a crossfire lefty right there. He just tried to Kubel there. You see trying to make the diving attempt. A little frustration there by Wade Miley. Knows that he made a mistake.
Riley's done. He did give up 10 hits, so they got the best of him in the end, and the 10th hit the biggest blow because it unlocked it. A hitter not trying to pull the ball, not trying to do too much, as you said, with a base hit. Matt Carpenter, Brian Shaw takes over. These Cardinals knocked a couple out of the ballpark against him. Those are those 2 home runs at the bottom. They got him the other night. Roberts even with the bag at third. And that cut fastball, such a good one. 0-1 the count for Call.
Well, and here's what makes the Cardinals dangerous. Now they're up 3-1. These guys are going to be free swinging once again.
Sometimes it just seems, and you've dealt with, I'm sure, cut fastballs that you beat one to win a World Series. They're just tougher on lefties, really, than righties.
They are, because the ball's coming in on your hands. As a right-handed hitter, it's going away from you towards the barrel of the bat. So it usually makes it easier for a right-handed hitter to face a right-handed guy that throws that little cutter.
Just kind of out there away from you, as you said. Oh, my goodness. Got to make the play. It's not going to be easy. Ryan did a fine play by Ryan Roberts. Certainly a frustrating inning, a crushing blow. 3-1 is the score. Don't you know that hurt? Tent. Tremendous savings at Nissan's National Tent Event. Visit ChooseNissan.com or your local dealer today. Back at the ballpark, I'm only wearing this filth because I lost a bet to my girlfriend. It doesn't look filthy. I mean, I know it's a Cardinals jersey. That's a strong word for a white, clean, pretty Cardinals jersey. That's just a true Diamondbacks fan. I love the Diamondbacks, and I hate every other team. Kyle McClellan can be a swing man, do it all, and we're looking to get a couple of innings out of him tonight. Miguel Montero greets him rudely. Let's answer our AT&T trivia question, Alex Trebek style. Ozzie Smith, Red Chandies, Lou Brock, Enos Slaughter.
Well, I just got a text from Mark Grace.
Oh.
He's listening in. Said he really didn't get the question. He doesn't understand the question.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So the question is, who are the last 4 Cardinals players to enter the Hall of Fame? Well, it's pretty easy to understand. I mean, I get it. And if I get it, then, well, anybody should be able to get it. That's interesting because most of the time when he does step away and have some time off, he guesses himself. but there really was no way to tie that in. I mean, if he were here, his guess would have been, who are 4 people that I've never had over to my house? Oh, Gracie. To quote you, that was a terrible guess. 0-2 the count to Jason Kubel.
Here the D-backs got to try to strike back after giving up 2 runs in the top half of the 6th.
He went around in a curveball. And so Kubel is done. Montero stays there at first. Luis Gonzalez, my color analyst tonight. Mark McClune, our sideline reporter. I'm Darren Sutton. Thanks for joining us from Chase Field. The Diamondbacks lead on Wade Miley for their lone RBI. That was in the 2nd inning. The Cardinals have come back. They scored a single run in the 5th inning. Carlos Beltran with what would have been an inning-ending double play, but instead an error and a run scored. And then an off-the-bench double, Carpenter for the Cardinals. Not Chris, Matt. And that's where we stand if you're just joining us. Aaron 4 for 11 in this series.
Well, I think we see a pattern in today's ball game. Cardinal pitchers continue to just work away on most of the Diamondback hitters. Show win once in a while, but they stay away. Here we go again.
Runner goes, missed his spot. Into the corner it goes. Miguel Montero hustling on around. Miguel safe at the plate. He missed his spot by a country mile, Luis Gonzalez. And Aaron Hill pounced.
A nice piece of hitting by Aaron Hill. There you see the ball. Catcher set up away. Ball comes back over the inner half. Was Miggy moving on that pitch? Could it have been a hit and run?
He was on the move. Little hit and run. Kirk Gibson trying to get things going, sending the catcher. Cardinals bullpen, kind of middle of the pack in baseball. Their ERA collectively 3.76. For comparison's sake, Arizona's 3.93.
Well, so far, it looks like the best thing happened to the Diamondbacks was Loesch coming out of the game.
Lyle Overbay drives it into right center field. Robinson goes back. He got it. What a play by Shane Robinson. Nearly nicked that balcony, but went right under it and into the glove of Shane.
Well, that's a great play and a tough catch right there, because that overhang that sits out in center field, you almost lose the ball there for a tenth of a second. Here you see Robinson running to the ball. He almost just reached up, hoping that he was in the right general area where that ball was coming down.
His glove was facing the wrong way to make that catch. Good call. Grabbing some oxygen now. Well, you've been on Ryan Roberts tonight.
Well, I tell you, we've gotten some good swings on McClellan. Let's see if we can continue to do that.
Roberts has been consistently the one hitter who's gone against his struggles of late and has not tried to pull the ball either time.
And he's shortened up and he's gone to the middle of the field. We need him to do it again one more time here. Got a little faster runner this time in Aaron Hill at second base.
Into the dirt, 2-0, the count living away. Kirk Gibson in the on-deck circle. He'd love to push a button. He's got Paul Goldschmidt out there in the on-deck circle. I mean, just sliced the corner of the plate is all.
There you see a little slider out over the outer half.
I mean, a really small slice. Your butcher might not even cut sandwich meat that thin. Curveball. Nearly took his helmet off. Hey, no harm, no foul. Just means it's 3-1.
Well, I'd be surprised here if you get a good pitch to hit. I think he's almost trying to pitch around Roberts here to get to Goldschmidt. If he gets a pitch to hit here, it's almost a mistake.
Overly aggressive there. Kind of went against his actions tonight.
Yeah, right here, just take ball 4.
Instead, he's now even the count up at 3-2.
Shorten your game up. Just try to go for the base hit.
There's ball 4. Now Paul Goldschmidt hitless in his last 8 at-bats with 3 strikeouts. Started to heat up on the recent road trip, but since he's come home, hasn't been able to get it going.
See, and that pitch that Roberts took right there for ball 4 was the same pitch he got on 3-1.
Calmed himself down. Give him credit, I guess. Did some self-coaching.
Well, yeah, he's starting to realize when you go up to the plate, I think these guys need to learn the situation, what pitchers are trying to do here. You know, you got a young hitter hitting behind you. You've got 2 hits on the day. You've got an open base at first base. And you got a guy coming off the bench cold in Goldschmidt.
In his first 85 at-bats in the big leagues last year, Paul homered 5 times. He's got 1 in his first 86 this year.
Well, if he stays away here, it could play to Goldschmidt's strength.
Breaking ball, a dandy 0-1.
And his front side was flying out there a little bit.
Nice job putting his nose on it, Tony Cruz. Mike Matheny really keeps his eyes and gives a lot of guidance to Cruz. He played that role for a long time as a younger player, as a backup. The 1-1. Goldschmidt to right field and unable to get it done. Aaron Hill's double makes it a 1-run game. speed. Wade Miley with an RBI. He is one of the hottest hitters amongst all the pitchers. A big miscue off the chin of Brian Roberts, plated a run. And just like that, a tie ball game, and then untying it. Over the outstretched glove of Kubel, a pinch hit by Carpenter. Matt Carpenter, that plated a pair in the 6th inning. The Diamondbacks would add 1 run coming back. Aaron Hill with Miguel Montero on the move in the bottom half of the 6th inning, and that's where we stand. St. Louis 3 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. The Diamondbacks 2 runs, 9 hits, and a very big error in this contest. Well, there must be a baseball stadium built, because that means Brad Ziegler's allowed to pitch. Literally. I mean, this is a guy that has proven durable. Brad has appeared in every single game since he's arrived in the major leagues. That just feels that way. But when you're working down there and you're doing good work and you tell the skipper, I'm good to go again today, he's going to look your way. Am I exaggerating? It does feel like he pitches every day, doesn't it?
He really does.
Bouncing ball, arranging over. And in time for the out. Good start. And he does a lot of that.
Boy, I tell you what, we've really cooled off Beltran today.
Our weigh-in delivered by the UPS store. Justin Upton, MVP players, have the ability to throw the team on their back and carry them. One and 0 the count. Bouncing ball out to short. Look at Ziegler just getting it done. Sixteenth appearance of the year. He's gone 5 appearances in a row, all zeros. He's only been scored upon in 2 appearances this year. And he's got Alan Craig now. Throw him the sidearm super sinker. There it is, but he takes it. Craig Breslow, he's also been a shining star out there in the bullpen. Do guys like this bother you that were effective down there?
Well, I like facing those type of guys as a left-handed hitter, because the ball comes into me. For a righty, I think it's a lot tougher.
Yeah.
I didn't like facing guys like Javier Lopez and guys like that, little sidearm lefties. We talked earlier about Wade Miley starting on third base side. Here you see Ziegler throwing from the first base side. It's almost the opposite, from the left-hander Miley to the right-hander Ziegler, except for Ziegler comes a little bit more from sidearm angle. And he has a lot more sink. Excuse me, Darren.
No, I was going to say that's why he moved all the way over. Kevin Towers went and got Ziegler last year at a very important time of the year, but he moved all the way over to the other side so he could get where he just threw that ball. Right there in the inner half to right-handed hitter. If he's on the far third base side, he's not getting it there. So that's why he made that change. Kevin Towers kind of values all sorts of different arm angles. He thinks that's important in building a bullpen.
He really does, and he's done a fantastic job. Last year was huge for him coming over and getting a lot of these guys that nobody really cast off from some other teams.
Great job by Brad Ziegler. Looking forward to seeing him pitch. Wait, tomorrow's an off day. How can he pitch?
Cardinals lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brad Steinke, Joe Borowski getting set for the post-game show presented by CenturyLink. You know, the first 2 games of this series, the Cardinals scored a total of 9 runs against the D-backs. Wade Miley did a nice job early in this matchup.
Wade Miley was able to navigate through the first 5 innings, but it's what he did to start the 6th inning that proved to be his undoing. I'll break down his outing, but I'll also show you what his teammates did behind him that still have the Diamondbacks in this game.
We'll have that also the night of Ryan Roberts. Good to see him back in the lineup and hitting as well. Gentlemen, back to you.
Good stuff. Look forward to the tease and see what's coming up. Retirement plan. Bet on Gracie to win the Legends race. Las Vegas odds 1,000,000 to 1. All right. Don't forget, join us on the post-game show, Diamondbacks Live. Didn't your likeness win the race tonight, Luis Gonzalez?
I believe so. I believe so.
Big old drink of water coming out to the mound, and he turns it loose. The hard-throwing right-hander, Victor Marte, and it's been effective work for Victor. 3-2 game. It's getting late. Outs are now at a premium.
And Marte will bring it up there, 92 to 95 miles an hour, so he's going to rear back and let it fly.
Parra fly ball center. Don't forget, this Sunday is Mom's Day. It's not too late to make plans to bring Mom to Chase. The Diamondbacks take on the Giants at 1:10. The first 5,000 moms take home a special pair of Diamondbacks earrings. Call now, 602-514-8400, or log on to dbacks.com/tickets. Happy Mother's Day, all you moms out there. A little bit early. For all you guys that just heard me say it, get off your duff. Either grab those tickets, or if you have other plans, make sure you, at minimum, get Mom a flower and a card. You got to make a phone call if Mom's out of state.
That's right.
Willie Bloomquist tried to go the other way that time. So our text poll early in the contest, Mark McLuhan had it coming on the air. More impressive, a perfect game, 4 home runs in a game. I look at that as a tie. In our polling world, we have a plus or minus 10. 3-6-9-2-9. Here's Justin Upton. What are we looking for with Upton here?
Well, he's got to know that they're going to continue to pitch him away. That ball missed over the inner half, but they were set up away. So he should be looking for something out over the outer half of the plate.
That's a nasty pitch.
That is.
That the secondary pitch to be aware of on the scouting report?
Yeah, there's no, he's got a good slider. He keeps it out there, curveball. And he also has a split. He throws from 83 to 87 miles an hour. So you got to be on top of your game. Here they go away again.
Put that one on the ground, and in time for the out, Marte, a very clean inning. 1-2-3. Go the Diamondbacks. Top of the Diamondbacks. Welcome back to Chase. Diamondbacks, hope you're enjoying the evening, and those folks enjoying the Ram Trucks TV pool. RamTrucks.tv. Great place to watch a game. David Hernandez on for the 16th time this year. 2.51 ERA. Bunch of strikeouts. Got to give him credit for racking up those strikeouts. The opponent's hitting 192.
Leading off for St. Louis, third baseman David Freese.
.26 runs batted in. David Freese leads it off.
Freese has been an aggressive hitter tonight. He hadn't been sticking around. I know he worked a walk earlier, but he's been very aggressive at the plate.
Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Freese. Arizona now with 6 outs to play with. Their bullpen's got to keep it right here. Cardinals have 10 base hits. The Diamondbacks 9. In game 1 of this series, St. Louis homered 5 times. Oh my goodness. Back to the dugout with that breaking ball.
And David Freese knew that right there as soon as that pitch crossed over. Just locked him up.
Second baseman.
Didn't even wait for the call. He was already walking to the dugout.
Hernandez has been, if anything, stubborn with his secondary pitches this year. You got to give him credit, because when you're in a real high leverage situation most every time you pitch, in on his hands, boy, a blazing fastball. To do anything new, I just think it's courageous, and he's thrown, probably 15-20% more secondary pitches, breaking balls and changeups this year.
Well, there's no doubt how valuable has this guy been coming to this organization last year, and what he's been able to do in a short time for the Diamondbacks. He's been able to make the bridge, really, to get to JJ, close games out.
Would imagine we'll see puts start to at least toss down there, an optimistic view that the Diamondbacks could rally and grab the lead. Breaking ball, yikes, 1-1 the count.
Boy, that swing right there by Robinson, you just start your swing, and once you commit, that was a straight paddle ball swing right there. He was just pulling out and didn't have a chance. There's another one.
The 1-2. Oh my goodness, he just stuck with the breaking ball. David Hernandez, look, if you didn't inspire the offense with that inning, I don't know what will. My goodness. Time brought to you by Miller Lite.
There it is, Darren. Very exciting time for myself and teammates and for all the fans here in Arizona.
Good to have you up here as our color analyst. And we're talking about handling a cut fastball. It's tough to do. You handled that one. Hit it far enough.
Well, just enough. Got to give Gracie a break once in a while, right? He needs a day off. He's probably laying on his couch right now, 10 toes up, watching the game.
You think? I bet you he's at the gym, throwing around some 75-pound dumbbells, getting a big lift in. He's going to go for a run. Zepchinski goes to work against Miguel Montero. And it's crunches for him. Or maybe something crunchy like chips. Maybe that's better. All right, base runners. That's your goal. I'm not quite sure how he took that pitch.
I'm not either.
But he did, and he's ahead 2-0.
Well, I'm not sure he did take that pitch. It looked like he went around.
Zepchinski darts it over the outside. That lower arm angle. Marte pitched a scoreless frame last inning. Originally a Blue Jay professionally, his time was called.
He was tough on lefties last year. He held him to a 163 batting average. He only gave up one homer to a left-handed hitter last year.
Pitch is low and inside. 3-1 the count. Miguel has not hit lefties at all this season. Just hasn't been statistically in his favor, about 100. So a walk would be a dream. Hacks at that one, 3-2. We talked about that optimism of getting your closer loose. There he is. I'd imagine if Arizona ties the game as well, he comes in to warm him and no one else. Breaking ball got him. Montero down on strikes. Chevron driving ahead. Fill up your tank at Chevron and drive on ahead to the next matchup. A couple of young lefties. One much more experienced, though, in Madison Bumgarner. He goes toe-to-toe with Pat Corbin. Corbin very good in his first start in South Florida. Struggled the next time out.
Well, it ought to be an exciting series this weekend. Get all the fans to come back out. Back to playing in our division again.
Back inside the division after you're right being gone for a long time. We'll see you out here. It's going to be a fun weekend. Called it himself. Said he went around. That's how he got Kubel the last at bat in the 6th. Said he went around. Swing and a miss.
Boy, that sweeping slider right there didn't have a chance.
That'll do it. The one-time Toronto Blue Jay here in St. Louis, very comfortable.
Second baseman.
Chaz Roberts air conditioning, cool play. Aaron Hill made it a ball game. That double coming in the 6th inning, 3-2 was the score. Getting hot out there, triple digits next week. Give Chaz Roberts a call. Address your air conditioning situation. Stay cool. Choose Chaz. shot right to third. To this score. Don't forget to meet Ryan Roberts and get an official t-shirt and a tattoo sleeve with your ticket to the Diamondbacks Tweet Up this Saturday. If you're not on Twitter, don't worry. You can take part in this exclusive Q&A session before the game. Call 602-514-8400. Log on to dbacks.com/tweetup or follow @dbacks on Twitter. JJ Putz on the season, a 5.79 ERA. That OPS down there at the bottom, it's early in the year, so we just tell you that 700 is about league average. When you talk about on-base plus slugging, he's had to battle through it this year. He is 6 of 8 in saves. We don't want to overlook that. Tony Cruz now.
See if we can hold the Cardinals down here and try to get us back up there to try to muster up a couple runs.
Perfect pitch, outside corner. Split-fingered fastball on the ground. Willie Bloomquist behind the bag, and a nice play by Willie. Ram Trucks tools of the trade tonight. Plays at the plate, relay plays, tag plays, challenging plays by the umpire. That was early in the contest on the relay. That was an inning later with Lyle Overbay. Tools of the trade. RamTrucks.tv. Skip Schumacher now. You see the trio involved in that great play that got for a call to end things in the third inning. Fastball is up and in from Putz. 92 miles an hour.
This Cardinals team has played well to start the season. They've got a couple weapons that haven't even come out. You got Lance Berkman, who's still nursing an injury. You got John Jay, one of the leading hitters in the National League. Didn't even play tonight. Hasn't been seen yet.
About 380, 390. Been hitting that all year long.
And then you think last year they missed Wainwright. Didn't have a win for him in April. This year Carpenter hasn't been around. No wins, and they're continuing to go out there and rack up the wins.
And they're doing it all with a guy who'd never managed at any level before as their manager. We spoke with a lot of respect about him as an opposing player.
He really did. And his career was really cut short from the concussions that he had. You know, I know that, you know, there's been a lot of talk lately about football players with concussions. Well, he's a guy who suffered one in baseball, and it ended up ending his career. He was a pretty good catcher back there. Gold Glover.
Puts misses up and in. One of the great parts and one of the spoils of this job is seeing great players on other teams outside of your own players. And calling a game from up here in which Mike Matheny was a catcher was always an honor and a pleasure. A little chopper, good pitch, good sink on it from JJ. And Schumacher, once he committed, couldn't do anything with it.
Shortstop Rafael for call.
Well, there you see that split just diving down in there.
Rafael for call. Where's the time gone that Furcall's 34 years old now? He's got a 3-hit game tonight, 7 3-hit games already this year. That's the best in baseball. Split fingered fastball, like an anvil dropping at the plate.
Well, I could tell you from experience playing with him for a year, this guy comes ready to play every day. Great teammate.
He was a huge acquisition for these Cardinals in their World Series run.
He really was. He was, you know, he scuffled when he first got there, and then he got comfortable and fit right in with the rest of the guys. We talked earlier about him swinging a 35-inch bat. He was a little tardy on that pitch right there from JJ.
Oh boy, split finger nips the outside corner, 1-2. Good pitch. And a good sign for JJ to see this. Little chopper over his head. Aaron Hill charges, can't make the play, wouldn't have been able to. So Furcal is on a 4-hit night.
Tough play right here. Got a breaking ball just over the head of JJ, and Hill tried to come in, make the run and play. The speed of Furcal, not able to make the play. Well, I tell you what, for Call's last 2 at-bats, he's going to have to ice his hands when he leaves here tonight. Because Ziegler got way in his kitchen, and then once again, broken bat. Here you see him putting that sliding pad on. Most players use something like that because they slide with their hands down on the ground.
Beltran against Putz. JJ concerned about Furcal, certainly. He's got 8 stolen bases. Check that, 6 for Furcal.
And he got thrown out earlier in the game today.
Parra playing him to pull in the outfield. Left center field wide open for the taking. One and 0 the count. Carlos Beltran plays at 35 years old this season. A Royal Rookie of the Year in the American League in 1999. Hot shot into center field. It's a base hit. First hit of the night. He had reached on an error. He picked up an RBI. Hit that ball that Roberts unfortunately kicked back in the 5th inning.
We got a fastball over the outer half of the plate. Hits it right back up the middle.
At the plate, left fielder Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday doubled back in the 3rd inning. Walked in the 5th. He's also struck out and grounded out.
We need a big out right here with 2 outs to try to keep the score to a 3-2 ball game.
One and 0 the count to Matt.
Pretty good pitch right there. Must have just been off the plate.
There, a split-fingered fastball to even the count at 1-1. Matt played in this division for a long time, was a Rocky from 04 until 08. High fly ball center field. Parra going back, still going. Looking up and it's off the wall. 1 run is in, another run to the plate. To the score.
Well, it almost looks like he reaches out there, but what he does so well, he got the barrel of the bat on the ball. Well, he drove that a long way. You want to talk about how strong a guy is. And really all the damage has been done after the first 2 hitters of the inning made outs. 3 consecutive hits.
One and 0 the count. Last year JJ in save opportunities, an ERA of 1.57. He had a 1.57 ERA. In non-save situations, it was a 4.50. Just different. A lot of pitchers are different in these situations. Jose Valverde was much more dramatic in his struggles. Two and 0 the count. Now the likelihood increasing, unless Arizona can get something going quickly, that They'll be swept by the Cardinals, and they hope to battle that in the next half inning. Swing and a miss, 2-1, a 2-0 off speed pitch. And to go out on the road when you're starting off the season in a fine manner, you want to send a message to the rest of your Central Division foes. Go take on a reigning division winner in their house and sweep them. I'm sure Milwaukee and Pittsburgh and Chicago all stand up and take notice. That ball gone. Then there comes to the point, and we'll see this one more time.
Well, he really missed his location right there. Miggy setting up right under his hands, and the ball is out over the outer half of the plate.
Gonzo, talk to us about, as a player, when you're in one of those ruts as an entire team, and this whole team is in a rut right now. You get an off day, and I would imagine you better clear your heads because the Giants are coming to town.
There's no doubt. The best thing that could happen for this Diamondbacks ball club is tomorrow. And I'm sure as soon as everybody clears out of there, they're going to lock this place up and not let these players until tomorrow's game comes, because they're in desperate. They had a long road trip. That was a long road trip they just came back from. They were excited to get home, and it really hasn't panned out these first 3 games. And hopefully tomorrow they'll be able to clear their heads and come back and be ready to go against these San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, don't even have to come to work tomorrow. Don't have to come to the ballpark at all.
Stay away, spend time with your family, do what you have to do, catch up on your chores. Come ready to play on Friday. And that's not to say, I mean, we still have the bottom of the 9th here, and we've been known to throw a rally or two out there.
No, there's no doubt.
But this team right now is desperately searching for answers.
If there is no rally, this has been a humbling series. Hot shot, base hit, left center field. Freeze with a 3-hit night tonight. The final inning in this game for the Cardinals, very much the same as the first innings in the first 2 games. Loud, hard hit, home runs. Kirk Gibson's going to have to go get his closer.
Well, I mean, JJ came out. He got the first 2 hitters out. And now he just really gave up 5 consecutive hits to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Last year was one of the most important players on this team as they won the division. Greg Breslow takes over for the Diamondbacks right-hander J.J. Putz. He's had nights like this before, and he'll have a solid run again to follow, he certainly hopes. That's the hard part about this game. Even the very best have had nights like this before.
There's no doubt about it.
Craig Breslow against Tyler Green. It's been a great year for Craig. Those numbers tell the whole story. Off speed pitch, a change of pace. Never got there. 1-0 the count. Two and 0 the count.
Well, if there's one thing we've noticed that by this third game here, if we didn't notice the first two, is this Cardinals team can swing the bat. These guys come out swinging.
Everyone better have noticed it in the first two games. Hard ground ball. Roberts played it in a very unique way, but you know what? An out is an out. They were desperately seeking one. Our boy, an opportunity for Matt Carpenter to come off the bench and decide this game. His 2 RBI double unlocked a 1-1 tie, and his St. Louis Cardinals have never looked back. I had the discussion with you. Is this the right time to pinch hit for Kyle Loesch? He had only gone 5 innings. What did you say?
I said absolutely. You got an opportunity there with first and third, 2 outs. Been tough. They were having a tough time with Miley, and they saw a chance to strike, and they took advantage of it. And, of course, you had all your righties in the game, and he went lefty-lefty situation, but he picked the right guy, and he was able to come up with a big 2-run double.
Huge blow, and it was with 2 outs, wasn't it?
2 outs.
Ooh. All right, Lyle Overbay. You saw the numbers on Mitchell Boggs. The big, hard-throwing righty goes to work. And Lyle takes a strike over the outside corner. Single, double. He's also flied to center field. He's having a great year. Lyle's hitting 300. Has been around that number all year long. One and one the count. So they pick things back up over the weekend, these Diamondbacks, and the Giants are coming to town. And we look forward to seeing you out all weekend long. Overbay, high fly center. And it's in there. Breaking back was Robinson. You could hear somebody, hey, where are you going? That was the accurate thing to say. That is a single. It's a gift of a single. Because Robinson should have had that one in his hip pocket.
Well, there you see the ball hit.
Hey, where you going?
I think that was their third base coach, Jose Oquendo, at the end of the dugout. You know, as an outfielder, you're taught to kind of go on the swing, and he saw a good hard swing. He didn't realize that it was hit kind of off the end of the bat. We'll take it any way we can get it.
You've been there, but that's who it was, wasn't it? By that microphone.
Yeah.
It's got to be an empty feeling. Every outfielder's had to have that feeling. Roberts takes low, 1-1 the count.
Well, Roberts has had a good game today. This is where he's got to stay focused and stay with his game plan that he's used all day. He's gone to the middle of the field, just try to hit the ball hard.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, there he's trying to hook the ball.
Roberts, middle of the diamond, as you said.
Sims try to stay to the middle of the field, not try to do too much. You know, just before that, he swung at a breaking ball down and away. Overswung, pulled his head, everything else. He probably stepped out of the box, cleared his mind, and said, let me stay within my game and try to stay to the middle.
Playing off the bench, A.J. Pollock, 6 of 32.
And as a hitter, and even for young kids at home, when you're struggling at the plate, try to use the middle of the field because it keeps your front shoulder in on the ball. You don't pull off of it.
Inside, 2-0 the count. Arizona trying to avoid a fairly dubious mark after enjoying a fabulous year last year at home. Last time Arizona was swept at home was August of 2010. It was the Cincinnati Reds. Two and 1 the count. If they don't rally, if they're unable to, and they're doing it, they're giving it their best shot now, it would be Arizona's second 5-game home losing streak of the season. Arizona started 4-0 at home. If they don't rally, they will be 2-10 in the games that have followed. Three and 2 the count. Foul that one off.
Hanging in there.
Tony Cruz realizes he has to walk it off. Yadier Molina will not come in the game for him. Molina is okay to play. He hurt his wrist, but when your franchise player who just signed a long-term contract needs to have that wrist heal and you're the backup, go ahead and hand him a cup of dirt and rub it on it because you're not coming out.
Oh, and he comes from a long list of catchers in his family.
And when your manager knows what it feels like, that maybe helps a little, but he also knows you'll be all right. Good to see Cruz is all right. Broke his bat. Good speed. So Pollock is on. The bases are loaded.
Well, I tell you what, there's wood all over the field right now.
Now batting center field.
Matheny coming out to make the pitching change.
So it's closer time. Jason Mott is coming on. Part of a double switch. More from Chase right after this. In the sixth slot, the Cardinals closer. Daniel Descalso is out there at second base. He takes over in the 9 slot in the batting order for the St. Louis Cardinals. And there is Daniel, and we're ready to roll. Arizona trying to mount some sort of a comeback and see how far that it goes. With low numbers, lefties and righties. Boy, look at lefties, and that's where Gerardo Parra stands. Mott fires it in there at 96 miles an hour. Parra tonight, line to left, grounded to short, doubled, and fly to center. Overbay with the single. Roberts the same, and a broken bat infield single for Pollock. One and one the count.
Boy, don't need nothing big. Just need to try to continue to get base runners on. Try to rally our way back in here.
Look at these numbers. Bases loaded. A hitter that has seized this opportunity. Just about straight up in the outfield. Maybe a step the other way is all. 2-2 the count from Mott, the one-time, long-time minor league catcher. did some early work when coming to the big leagues in this ballpark as he debuted in the major leagues. 10 2/3 innings at Chase, just 1 earned run allowed. Outside.
Well, I tell you what, that's kind of too good a pitch to take right there. He got lucky on that one. I was on the Fox tracks. It looks a little outside, but when you got 2 strikes and late in the ball game, you got to be trying to fight that one off.
Got him. Fastball in. 1 out in the inning. Parra goes down. So now Willie Bloomquist trying to extend this ball game.
A pitch from Mott right under Parra's hands, tied him up. Frustration on Parra's face.
Jason's got 5 saves this season. Angry with himself, I think that he opted to throw a slider, period. He's storming around the mound, kicking everywhere, yelling at himself. Why in the world did I agree to throw that slider? Does he strike you as a slider pitcher? Oh. There, that gets him back to what he likes. Mott telling Craig, I could read his lips cruise, I should say, in the end. They talked, I'm sure, signs, and then he said, hey, mix it up as well. Mix it up.
Right.
Fastball, ground ball to the bag, and the Cardinals sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks. 7-2 is the final score. Mott locks it down with the save. A frustrating 3-game set for Arizona, as the Diamondbacks have now lost 7 of their last 9. They have lost 5 consecutive games. It's their second 5-game losing streak here at home, and they are 2-10 in their last 12 games here at Chase Field. Post-game show with a lot to talk about in this one. It was tight the entire time until it blew up in the top half of the 9th.